You guys eventually. What's going on in the world today? What's up, guys?
What's up?
Make sure we're live here. So I'm pretty excited today. Got a single agent, solo agent that closes 50 deals a year all by himself. Just a straight hustler. Guy reminds me a lot of myself back in the days. And so I'm excited to be able to lock arms with him and work with Josh. I was able to meet him through Andrew, one of our other partners at North Carolina. And so you're exactly, Josh, what this model is built for. So the reason I really wanted to facilitate and get your story out here and just learn a little bit more about you. A lot of these lives that I've done have been with other big team leaders. You know, I'm known for building big teams. A lot of, high-powered independents folded their business in with eXp. And I think it's important to really highlight that eXp is really built or is the great equalizer for agents like yourself without having to make a big investment to start to create some freedom, for their family. And so, I'm going to share this link in a couple of our private groups. I'm going to get it out there. But, what's up with you, Andrew? How's the weather over there? It's cold as hell here. I'm looking forward to getting to our mastermind in Mexico in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. No, weather's nice, man. It's all good here. I'm looking forward to Orlando here in April.
What's Orlando? Shareholders event?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Shareholders event, man. Like, I had a $4,000 pool party there last year. I mean, I had tons of teammates there, and it's like we ended up just getting, I'm like, put it on my tab for a downline in our team. I was like, man, $4,000. Like, I got to rethink pool parties and buying beers for everybody. But shareholders event is great. It's coming up this April. Gonna learn about the finances of the company, get to meet the leaders within eXp. So it'll be great. I'll be in Mexico February 4th through the 9th for one of our masterminds. So looking forward to meeting some of the people down there as well. I had tons of teammates there, and it's like we ended up just getting, I'm like, put it on my tab for it. Down. Yeah. So guys, so Josh, like, tell us a little bit about your story. Where are you coming from? Why eXp? You're already closing a bunch of business, 50 deals a year as a solo agent. Getting a transaction coordinator, starting to build out towards a traditional team or towards, this modern team of, some of the things you and I have talked about. You had a good deal. You were in a decent partnership. You guys were building a good business. So, why eXp? Just, where you came from, how you got here, and why did you make this decision?
Yeah, man, me and my friend, we started our business in 2014, and it was great. It's still a great company.
Right.
They're going to do big things in the real estate world, of course. Great leadership over there. The reason I joined eXp was just pure freedom. I was going out there and I was doing it, right? The opportunity to build something for myself really is the drive that brought me to eXp.
Right.
Also, the perks that come along with eXp, of course, are great. But getting to do my own thing is really kind of why I'm here. Hopefully it frees up more time for me and my family going forward. So excited, I've hit the ground running, and so far it's been really good.
Uh-huh. So, where's the majority of your business come from as a solo agent doing 50 deals a year? Like, are you generating buyer leads, seller leads? Are you SOI? Like, what's your business look like?
Yes, so most of it is my sphere of influence. I'm kind of an anomaly. My parents, I grew up in a small town in North Carolina. My parents owned a business that was pretty prominent there. I worked there from the time I was 13 till I was 32. So 19 years selling pizza and chicken wings to everybody in town every Friday night, right? So I got to know everybody, and kind of that's how I took off. Did a little internet marketing with Zillow, Realtor.com. Over the years, that's kind of what really boosted me. But once I boosted and I found certain contacts that I knew that would, not work for me, but work with me, I knew that, I could come off of those platforms and kind of divert the way I market myself as, your sphere of influence, your relationship agent. And that's how I built my business.
Nah, I love it. Like, when I got to, meet you when you were, going through a core process of making a decision with eXp, I was like, you are going to crush eXp because you're great at customer service. You're great relationship based. You're just great with people. You're a great family guy, and all that stuff. And when you were telling me about you were independent before, right?
Yeah.
Okay. yeah, and your guys' situation and how you guys were building up, and you quickly learned like all that work and everything that you were doing with that other friend or partner. You
Right.
quickly realized like that really wasn't yours, right?
Right,
And,
right. And it was a great thing while it lasted.
right.
They're going to be fine.
Right.
We built that business based around the relationship with the community. Any kind of business you're in, it doesn't matter if you're selling houses or cars or bagels or, you just be good to people. That's my motto is be good to people,
Right.
and take care of each other. And that's kind of how I did it.
Yeah. No, it sounds like you guys did an awesome thing over there. What I liked about, some of the things that at least you had mentioned to me, like you love to collaborate and you want to keep learning, thinking things through with people, and being able to create, with a group. But like you were like, man, do I go, invest and just do it on my own and just become my own independent, build my own thing? Or, do I hop in what is this modern team, which is a network, and now you still get to collaborate with all these powerful people in our network, but then you're building something for yourself, right? And
yeah, I mean the team aspect in real estate is great. Don't get me wrong, teams absolutely kill it.
Right.
But I feel like the human element of the team thing is
Right.
there's still somebody up here and there's still somebody down here. I think with the eXp, the way everything is laid out, we can come to each other and everybody's kind of on a level playing field here.
Right.
And that's really what drove me here was the fairness.
That is one of the reasons why I made a change. I mean, I've probably trained or worked with half the city of Wichita when we were building our independent brokerage, right? But I was always training people to leave me, and I knew that, right? Every 18, 24 months, they were going to risk their own money or going for higher splits or going to, chase listings or whatever. And I never faulted them for that. We didn't have that career track, and that model worked for a few of us at the top, right? Like it just did, but it sucks when you get to know their family, their spouses, their dreams, and you're big with motivation, personal growth, but you want them to stay in the system below you, right? And so when I talk about this being the great equalizer, we're all parallel to each other, supporting one another's businesses and brands, and no one can take your rev share away from you. No one's gonna be able to take your stock away from you, right? Like nobody's gonna be able to take anything away from you as we work on advertising, as we work on marketing, as we work on building out some of these other systems to help you build your network. As a solo agent, I really think this is powerful. Like I talked to Andrew right before I went to Toronto. I just getting back from Canada. We're building up there. Shout out to all my Toronto people. If you guys are watching, I appreciate you guys. I'll be back February after the mastermind. But when I talked to Andrew, Andrew's like he launched, but then he like already brought like 3 or 4 agents with him, right? So like how's that conversation going? Because I know you guys are in a smaller market. A lot of people don't know about eXp. So like how's some of those conversations?
Yeah, so literally all I did was I changed my Facebook page, and people started my phone that day I changed it. It went dead twice. And people were like, why did you switch? And I think everybody wanted some kind of crazy story that get out in the community. But at the end of the day, it was about myself and my business.
Right.
I see an opportunity for growth here. I've done this many deals consistently with no use of a CRM. Like I have a notebook and I write stuff down. I just started using a calendar on my iPhone this year, right? So it's like the technology that's offered here is great. And now that I'm starting to really get into it, I just see the potential for real growth.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and somebody like my background, I've been operating high-powered CRMs, building big databases, built call centers, building these big modern teams. So taking a guy with your hustle, your work ethic, obviously your character, and just showing you how to start to build out some of these legit systems, right? Whether they're with the traditional team, which I think you need to be building out towards the modern team. It's the most profitable and it's a win-win for everybody. I really think it's going to have a huge impact on your business, but also the other people that you're bringing into your network as well. So
exactly,
man, like when you told me you were doing 50 deals a year on a notebook, I was like, man, just imagine if we could dial in a predictable business and a database for you. You're going to go to 200, 250 units.
Yeah, I'm probably an old soul, man. Honestly, I still like to write things down. It's weird, right? But yeah, no, I literally right now I have 2 people in my KV core system. I have 8 listings, 4 or 5, I don't know, 4 or 5 under contract, but it's straight. It's just going to work. That's it. This model works if you're willing to go to work, and that's what I love about it.
Yeah, no, I like it, man. So I always tell people this all the time. People join for different reasons. Some people join for the tech package. Some people join because the long-term play with the stock and the equity and the ownership. There's other people that join because of the financial model built around rev share. Some people join because of the training, the cloud, the collaboration, all of that stuff.
Yep.
We get to hear traditionally from like team leaders and these people running these high powered teams already, and we kind of know why they're making the move to be able to provide more opportunity and value back to their agents. But you looking at this as a solo agent and making a huge decision to break away from a friend, a great business you already had going on, like
Right.
Where was the real value at as a solo agent? Because I already know you'll do well with building a network and a modern team, and I can already tell you're a great leader and people want to follow you. But like, what was it when you were sitting there? And I really don't know the answer to this, guys. Like,
Right.
you're sitting there making this decision with your wife. You got a couple kids, it's a huge family decision. Like, where was the value at within eXp to make this jump?
Honestly, the low cap was very desirable, right? When people found out I was leaving my company, my phone started going crazy. I ate free lunches for like a month straight. And everybody was pitching me. I could give you the breakdown on every real estate company out there because, of course, I was the single girl, right? So at the end of the day, though, really, it just comes down to just being able to hit that, the low cap, the opportunity for a health insurance plan. Me and my wife both are on our own businesses. We're both self-employed. Our insurance was through the roof last year, so the rev share is awesome. I don't think that I'm going to, I won't say that's why I came, but that is a big contender there. You go out and you sell a lot of houses, and if you're not smart with your money,
right,
it goes fast, right? It's harder to come in than it is to go out, but having something to build on for the future, especially with that rev share, and getting the shares back into the company itself was a huge factor too.
Well, you were at a defining decision, and if you're going to go open your own shop and you haven't been building a database, you're going to take on high costs with lead generation, anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000. Whether you're going to run, all KV Core's competitors, right? Then you have to start to generate leads for the agents,
exactly,
agents or listing agents or whatever. If you're going to actually build something outside of yourself, right?
Yeah, which is simple math.
Right. And so you're going to be a couple $100,000 in the hole just to try to get your own thing up and going, versus being able to jump in with eXp for $150, sign up. You got the tech right there. You can start pulling people in, leverage the resources, the office, the cloud of eXp, and then also the upline and the modern team to be able to help you scale this thing up. So, the cap, one benefit for you, which, like, I broke down your numbers, you're 100% agent. So you're going to be awarded back your cap in the form of stock because you are what we consider an icon agent, right? So,
right.
And then with you already bringing people into this model all within a first month, and it's going to start compounding. We'll tap root. I'll show you, what that means, on some of our training stuff. But this is going to be 100% model for you. And so, like, that right there, with the health insurance was what?
Yeah, it was, man. I mean, me and my wife, we give a ton back. So, if there's more money in my pocket, that means my community is a better place to live, honestly, and that's the way I look at it. So, but so far the tech is awesome. I'm not the most techie person alive. Like I said, I wrote stuff down in a notebook, but I'm making my ways around and I'm learning it a little bit. So, so far so good.
Cool. So how do you and Andrew know each other? Andrew's been with eXp for a year and a half now. Andrew's an icon agent, a single agent, doesn't run a big team, looking to build out the modern team. But I just interviewed Andrew, what was that, 4 or 5 months ago? And you were awarded your cap back. You're an icon agent as well.
Yeah, I hit icon, and I think my anniversary date is 8/1, and I think I hit it in sometime in July last year. Like I just barely got in, but I got in. I was probably 2 or 3 transactions to the good, but I didn't think I would hit that, and really just leveraging the network and learning how to, do real estate better helped me get there. And I just ran my numbers, kind of for tax purposes in the last year. And really eXp paid me to work for them last year. by, after all the stock I bought. I did the 5% stock buy-in, and and what it's worth today, I ended up with over 30 grand in stock last year. So at the end of the day, I got paid to sell real estate last year,
Hold on, what did you say? Say that again, like so people get that. Because I tell people look at our masterminds all the time. What'd you say?
eXp paid me to work for them last year.
Don't worry about how much you pay your brokerage. Worry about how much your brokerage pays you.
That's right. So, but yeah, Josh. So I really wanted, I really wanted to get to know eXp before I started trying to bring people on, right? Because I wanted to believe in the company before. It's hard to sell something you don't believe in. It's easy to sell something you do believe in. So, I was looking to really partner with like minds in the area, and Josh was always one of those people that was just always at the forefront in my mind, and just thinking, man, it'd be great to work with him, and we ended up doing a deal together, and we got to know each other through that deal, and so I brought this to him probably what, Josh? I mean, I don't know, like
months back, man.
8, 9, 10 months ago, and I was asking him yesterday. I was like, dude, like, because we've met with a lot of people over the last week and 2 weeks. I'm like, why did you not watch the video? And I was like, what was so hard about getting you to watch the video? He's like, well, honestly, I just thought it was a bunch of BS. So like once he watched it, he was like, oh shit, and anyway, so.
Josh, it's okay. I said no for a year and a half.
Yeah, man. I'm a huge anti-establishment guy. I was raised by a small business. Me and my wife own businesses, So it was, for the longest time, I was like, oh, it's just another big conglomerate out there that's trying to take out the little guy. And until I sat down and actually talked to Andrew, I watched the video 11:30 one night, laying in the bed, and I woke my wife up, and I was like, I think we really need to take a look at this, And this was a joint decision with me and her. We're a team. So, she's not an agent per se, but, she has to live with real estate talk 24/7. So I value her opinion hugely. So, but yeah, man, I should have joined sooner possibly, but I'm glad that I have my story to tell people who are in the same boat I'm in.
Yeah.
Right.
I've never heard anyone tell me, I wish I would have waited to join. Everybody's like, I wish I would have joined sooner. I mean, I'm one of those guys. Everybody in my network, all 600 and some people, like people that waited a year. I got some people launching this year that's been on the fence a year. They're just getting out of deals, whatever. And once they get going, they'll be like, man, why didn't I do this sooner? So,
we have people here.
But I like that. But I like. Sorry, what were you saying, Andrew?
I said we have people here that want to join, but they got like 1 or 2 or 3 deals, left with their company, and they're afraid to, take a 50% hit or something on it. And Matt Smith comes to my mind. It's like my man gave up 100 listings to come join eXp, and so it's.
And he was closing 200 deals a year, and I think he closed like 497 or something like that in 1 year. So I mean, he just took his whole team down to Mexico. So appreciate his leadership. I mean, he's the guy I sponsored, and love working with hardworking Midwest people. That's for sure. That's why I like your guys' story. Good, humble guys, single agents, icon agents. You guys are exactly what eXp is looking for. You guys are gonna be able to change other people's lives. And Josh, you said something that like stood out. Like you're like, oh, this is just another big box company or whatever. Until you dug deep and you saw like this is a single agent owned brokerage. We're all owners in this thing, right?
Yeah, we get to call our own shots. I was designing my signs, and I called Andrew. I was like, do I have to get that eXp sign? He's like, no, just send it over to advertising and let them approve it, And so I did, and they were like, it looks great. And I'm like, wow, freedom, And so yeah, I'm super excited. I think that independent agents that, are out there really doing good need to, for their own benefit, take a look at what eXp offers, though.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, I had another, if she's watching, I had another independent agent on here. I want to start to actually highlight, not independent agent, but a solo agent. She's out of Arkansas. In her second year, she closed 80 deals. Second year as an agent, straight hustler, a little bit, younger like us. and she saw the model and she got it. And everybody's like, "What are you doing? You're crazy! Like you're closing 80 deals." But she's like, "This is the future and where it's going." And I wanted her to be on here. You know, we've had some scheduling issues with her because I think it's important that we start telling people like your story, Josh, Andrew's story, somebody like, you know, Chris up in Washington. We have so many just single agents that are icon agents in our systems. That is exactly what eXp was built for. So I appreciate you, Josh. I'm really looking forward to being able to work with you. Andrew, thank you for making the connection. And I know when I first met you, Josh, like it's hard to be open-minded to something like this because we're used to working in a top-down model. And I remember when you had your arms crossed and you had a whole entourage around you, like this is a big decision, right? And as you start digging deep, you're like, I'm going to be able to work alongside these guys, right? Like
exactly.
You can control your own future, your own brand, your own everything, but still get the support from the collaboration inside of workplace, inside of the cloud, and then within the network. So I like it.
Exactly, man.
When that light bulb goes off, it goes off.
It goes off. That's right. Yeah. It just takes that second to click, right? You're just waiting on it to click over.
Yeah. So Josh, I look forward to being able to work with you. How can people get a hold of you, man? Like you're not like a big tech guy.
No, I'm not, man. But I got a cell phone.
How can they get a hold of you?
Yeah, I got a Facebook page. Just search my name, Josh Tackett. My Facebook realtor page is Josh Tackett Realtor, powered by eXp, Tackett Real Estate. So Josh.Tackett at eXp Realty. Pretty simple. My last name is all T's, is Tom, Tackett. Yeah, reach out. Let's connect. I love meeting new people. So I'm pretty inquisitive. If I ask you a lot of questions, tell me to shut up because my wife does all the time. So
yeah, just straight shooters, no exaggeration, no hype with these guys. Both, you know, Andrew's already an icon agent. Josh is going to be an icon agent off of his numbers. eXp's definitely changed my life. I made a post about that here recently. I took almost 6 weeks off from work in December, and I'd never been able to do that before. Still was highly profitable. My business continued to grew while I was gone. And, you know, just getting back on the road, you know, up in Toronto, was in Vegas for the Conor fight, did a little bit of work out there. You know, back going to Kansas City to help Chip Glennon, number 2 KW team up there. So if you're in the Kansas City area, come check us out Monday. Look on my personal page for the link. Hit Josh up or Andrew if you guys got questions or you just want some you know, just straight answers with no exaggeration or no hype. And other than that, you guys make it a great day. I'll see you guys, most of you guys, or if you come into the mastermind down in Mexico. We'll see you guys then. Later, guys.
see you guys.
Yeah.
Boom.